Hi everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I have this super Nikon P900 camera. So this camera, it has a 83 times optical zoom. Yes, so this is a super massive zoom camera. The P1000 is a more expensive version where it can goes up to 3000 millimeter. Yeah, so that's super duper long. So for 24 to 2000 is really amazing. It's like if you go to hiking and all these things, like if you want to carry like slightly a lighter weight zoom lens and all, you can use this. Only thing is that this is a 16 megapixel camera, high speed autofocus, and this is the screen, LCD screen, so it can fill up and change what kind of direction that you want. So it's like really like a professional settings and all for this camera. So this is the mode dial, the on off button, the FN, and this is where you can adjust the other settings. So this is the lens cap, and just take it out. So this is basically the lens itself. So yep, this camera is using normal SD card, so it just put into here, and this camera is using this ultra heavy duty EL23 battery. Yep, so this is like one super lasting battery, and based on my experience of using it, it's really awesome. So once you take out the lens cap and all, you can just press the on off button, and they will tell you to choose your time zone and all these things. I mean, for now, just for no. So yep, right here, this camera, you can see that now I'm in program mode. Over here is program. There's like no flash. This 1080 is for the video recording. P25 is like 25. That'll be megapixel. Yeah. No, sorry, not too sure about that. So normal is the normal photo. 16. You can see the number 16. M here is 16 megapixel, and R is like the kind of like filter that where you can actually, like, if for example if you're taking photos in the dark, there's a shade area, it can actually balance out the like these dark areas up and all this. So over here with a 8GB memory card, it can record 27 minutes and 13 seconds. Then on the right here is the bottom right here is the how many photos you can take at 1929 photos. This is the aperture, this is the shutter speed. Then on the left is the battery strength, the ISO, and then if you see this the thing is to tell you that indicate the date and all. So to take a photo, simple, just half press, the autofocus pretty fast, and you just take a photo. Done, voila. So this is for the display. You can choose like this and there, like center up subjects. This is tell you the focus. This is where you can like remove all those. This is where you can remove all those, like, you know, the dates that you don't want and all these things. This is the detail. By the way, this is not touchscreen anyways. Then this is where you can look through to the electronic viewfinder at the top here. You can see up all the photos. You can view up everything through the viewfinder here. And this is for the Wi-Fi. This is where you can transfer up your files, everything to your smartphone using Wi-Fi transfer. So this is how you can do it. Which I'm not going to show you for now. This is for the movie recording. Just press this button to record a movie. It's to playback. Then this button here is for you to adjust the flash. So basically to raise up the flash. So the flash is just only a tiny small bit of light here. Not very powerful in my opinion. Then it doesn't really have a hot shoe mount for the external flash for this camera, which is something a bit downside for this, I would say. Once you raise up the flash, you can do like force flash and all these things. So just take a photo, just hard press, then there you go. Then on the right here is where you can adjust this exposure value. Your +2 is like you want to be overexposed. If you go to the -2 is for underexposed, and then 0 is just perfect. On the left here is a self timer. We got 10 seconds, 2 seconds, the remote in 2 seconds, 10 second remote, and small self timer and off. Bottom is for bottom, you press here is for the autofocus, This is the macro close up, infinity, and nano focus. So yep, then you press the menu button here. This is where you can jump between the various mode. There's movie mode, there is the Wi-Fi, data, and setup. So over here you can choose the image quality, because the image quality now is here as normal. Normal means if you go for fine, it uses up more memory space. Image size, which is the highest at 16. Picture control, so it's using SD, which is the standard. This way you can adjust your image sharpening, your contrast, your saturation, everything. This is your neutral, you can do up all this. Then your vivid, you can adjust up all this. And monochrome, you can adjust as well. Sorry, that wasn't in focus just now. I apologize for that. Standard. Yep. And the white balancing you can do for auto warm light, preset manual, daylight, can listen fluorescent, cloudy, and all. And the submetering, you can choose mathematic, center, or spot. Then it's a continuous, like how fast you want it to like burst shot, all these things, or you want high continuous, low continuous, breathe shot, clash, and all this. So yep. So normally if you want to take like fast up objects and all these things, you can go for high, or this one. If you want to be something like animals and all this, you can go for continuous low or high, up to you. So it's like more like burst shot and all. There's an autofocus area mode, target finding and all, face priority, subject tracking, and all these things you can do. Autofocus mode is a full time or single. I'll go for full time. It's a flash exposure compensation, whether you want it to be super bright or you want it to be like not very bright, up to you. You can choose the exposure compensation for the flash over here. Then sorry, this is a noise reduction feature. This is not the one that I mentioned, that it's not the contrast one, that if you go into the shade area and all. The noise reduction filter is basically like if you're using high ISO and all these things, so it reduces up the noise. So if you're going to take up dark objects like fireworks or this, you go for another high. And this is where you can save up the user settings and all these things. Multiple exposure is not available for this mode, for program mode and all. So yep. So over here we got a mode dark, we got shutter priority, we got aperture priority, we got manual, and we also got this U, which is the user settings, where you can preset the mode you want. There's like effects as well. Effects, you can play around with like the kind of effects they have. For this case, it's soft. Yep. Yeah, special effects. We got nostalgic, we got high contrast, mono, high key, low key, selective color, and all. So yep, depending on what kind of effects you like. Let's close the flash. This is for if you're taking out mountains and all. This is for portrait, night portrait. This is for night landscape and scenery view. Then it detects what kind of scenery you are in and all these things. So scenery, we got portrait, we got sports, we got party, indoor, beach, snow, sunset, dusk and dawn, close up, food, museum, fireworks, black and white, black lighting, and all these things. Easy panorama, pet, moon, bird watching, time lapse movie, image quality, image size. Yep, and then there's an auto detector. And then not forgetting, we got auto mode, which is like for beginner friendly and all. You decide basically mode. So in auto mode, you don't have much selection to choose except for the image quality and the image size. And yep, that's all about it. So if you go for the button, for this camera settings button here below, it's the same throughout for all the modes. So you can select the time zone, the slot release, EF, vibration reduction, and all these things. Autofocus exists, autofocus off, and you format card, language, you can reset everything. Or the firmware version for this camera 1.3. Yep, that's all about it for this camera. So if you go for shutter priority and all, so this is the button, this is the ring for you to adjust the shutter speed. You can see it can go up, it can go down. So same goes with aperture mode, and in manual mode is where you can adjust up the settings. So you can just press the FN button to jump across the various kind of mode. Now is a shutter. And this one is this is where you can adjust the aperture. Is this ring? This aperture ring. This is for the shutter ring. Yep, for this manual mode. So that's all about it for this walkthrough for this Nikon P900. It's quite a very heavy camera. It's about 1 kilo plus. My hand's quite tired for 10 minutes of holding this. So thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe to my channel, and please support me. Thank you very much, and have a good day. Bye.